Welcome to TDN Live Week 7 matchups. I'm your host, Mario Verde. Joining me this week, special guest, John Red Rider Hash. How you doing today, John?
Hi, Matt. How are you?
I am good. I'm feeling very, very good because the Philadelphia Phillies are National League champions and have advanced to the World Series for the second year in a row.
Yeah, in convincing style, might I say.
Yes, that was an old-fashioned ass-whooping last night. Great game. Great game. All right, moving on to game number 1. We have Mean Green versus Colorado Heavy Metal. Mean Green has won his last 4 games, and I look for him to win his 5th straight game going against Heavy Metal. Also, I got to say Peyton Manning versus St. Louis. Needless to say, I did say D-Mac against the Raiders was going to beast last year, but Manning, I think, is more of a sure bet. He's having a great year. He's actually leading the league in fantasy scoring, averaging 36 points a week. And I also like defense linebackers, Patrick Willis, Brian Cushing, both averaging over 20 points a game. And the fact that Heavy Metal have Kyle Orton on a bye, and I have no idea who he's going to pick up and start against me at quarterback. Do you have any idea, Red Rider?
I have no idea because there's really no one out there. I mean, he's got half the starters on a bye, and like I said, I have your pick to win anyway because, I mean, if your trend continues, you're having the second amount of points scored against you in the league right now, and I think you're going to pick up your 5th game in a row and make it in first place. Or a tie, when I say.
Right. All right. Game number 2, Saw Dogs versus the G-Men. I do like Randy Moss. I think after last week's, Patriots are going up against the Bucks this week. Another should be easy win for them. Dallas Clark also liking this game going up against St. Louis. Peyton Manning, I think, is going to be looking for Dallas Clark. G-Men do have Phillip Rivers against KC. I do like that matchup, and I also think Percy Harvin's going to have a good game against Pittsburgh. But I think the Saw Dogs will prevail. He's got Eli in Arizona, possibly, maybe a high-scoring affair. I don't know. What do you think, Red Rider?
Well, Arizona on the East Coast is never a good thing. They've always had trouble with that. And I agree with you on the Randy Moss point. I mean, Brady's back. Kind of proved that in the second quarter last week with those 5 touchdowns. So, I mean, I agree with you. I believe Saw Dogs are going to do it. I don't like the Santana Moss matchup really either for the G-Men. I mean, Phillip Rivers looks good against Kansas City, but he can be a hit or miss, too.
Right. All right, moving on. Game number 3, Big Joe Panther versus the Austin Cowboys. Austin Cowboys have dropped their last 2. BJP has won their last 2. Tony Romo and Kurt Warner, just talking about the Arizona Giants game there. I don't know if that's going to be the make or break in that game. What I do like is BJP's defense. Lofton and Weddle have been top fantasy scorers along with Beeson. And I like the Andre Johnson matchup against San Francisco. And looking at the Cowboys roster, Red Rider, I don't really see nothing at wide receiver it's too tasty for him this week. What do you think?
Absolutely not. Not with Roy Williams and Lance Moore, who's coming back off of an injury. I mean, even if he came back at the top of his game, Colson has been taking the majority of the balls. If Breeze even gives the majority of balls to anyone, the way he spreads the ball around, I don't believe in Roy Williams ever since he left Detroit last year. He's been horrible. And I don't know. Maybe Warner does a little something. You never know with Warner, but I got Big Joe in this one.
Yeah, I got Big Joe going too. I think he's going to prevail, like I said, with that solid defense. Moving on to game number 4, we got the Crush versus the Danville Destroyers. Crush has D-Mac on Monday night, which D-Mac has proven that on Monday night games he's put up huge numbers. I don't know what his record is on Monday night, but he's put up huge numbers. Also like Marquise Colston in this matchup with the Saints, that high-powered offense. Destroyers have a problem with quarterback. They have Hasselbeck on a bye week, which, after what he did last week, putting up -7 points, I don't know who he's going to throw in there to start. I like to Crush in this one. What do you think, Red Rider?
Well, the Destroyers have no other quarterback on their roster that I can see, and as far as Selleck and McNabb go, I think we can look for them to hook up again to the Crush. And Andy Reid doesn't usually lose 2 in a row, so I got the Crush going in this one as well.
All right. So far, 4 for Mean Green, 4 for Red Rider. We're tied up in the matchups. Game number 5, we got True Player versus Greensburg Goldmember, who put up solid points this past week, I might add. He was up against you, who was top scorer. But I believe he put up 230. So he's got a strong team. Just he's suffering from the Mario Verde syndrome of going up against being one of the top scorers in the league and going up against top scoring teams that week. That's what happened to me last year. He seems to have the punishment of that this year, along with BJP. I like Schaub in this matchup. Drew Brees and Ronnie Brown are in the same game, so you don't know, in that kind of situation, we have two players in the same game going against each other. If one's going to be better than the other, I think Brees is going to score more than Ronnie Brown. I don't think Ronnie Brown's going to be doing too much. Saints defense has proven to be solid, but I do like Schaub, and I'm going to pick the upset in this one. I think Goldmember takes the win.
Yeah, I agree with you, actually. I had him circled as well. I mean, Matt Schaub has proved that he's a touchdown leader in the league right now, and he's doing well. And Steve Slayton he hasn't been running the ball well. He's had his share of fumbles, but he's 10th on the total yards list right now, like 556 yards. He's got about 4 touchdowns. So he's getting reception. So we can look for some points from him. So I think it's going to be a good matchup. But like you said last week, Goldmember put up the most points against me that I think he's put up all year, and he would have beat me any other week but last week.
Right.
I just happened to have an explosion from Brady. So
right.
Yeah, Goldmember in this one.
Right. All right, game number 6, Dub Bears versus BTK. First of all, I just want to say, Jimmy, why is Terrell Owens still in your starting lineup, dude? Obviously,
I had that written down on my paper as well.
Yeah, why is he still in the lineup? He's not doing anything. Jimmy, get another receiver in there. Might help you out.
There's better guys on the waiver wire right now.
Yeah, I know. It's Terrell Owens. Just let him go. Get rid of him. BTK has no shot on a bye. I think his backup's Beanie Wells, but I do like Wes Welker matchup and Aaron Rodgers. I don't like Cincinnati versus Chicago as far as Carson Palmer or Ocho Cinco are concerned, so I think BTK prevails in this one.
This was the one I had almost as a tie in my mind, just because I think they both look fairly even. I think BTK can pull it out. I think this one's going to be a close one on the week.
Yeah? Close game? Who are you picking?
Yeah. I'm taking BTK, but I think it's going to be close.
All right. Game number 7, we have the Kirkwood Keg Killers versus San Pablo Saba Montoya. Keg Killers got, yet again, Roethlisberger. Steelers going up against Minnesota. Roethlisberger versus Peterson. That's a tough Pittsburgh defense. Like I said, it's going to be which guy's going to score more than the next. So that's a tough matchup. Don't really like that. And Aaron, yet again, and somebody else looking at your defense, buddy. Hit the waiver wire, bro. You got some guys on your defense that aren't really helping you out there. Just better guys out on the waiver wire. Be active. Hit the waiver wire. That's what I got to say to you there. And looking at Saba, I really like Joey Adai against St. Louis. I think he's going to put up solid numbers yet again. I think Indy's going to have their way. And I do like Cutler against Cincinnati. So I picked Saba in this one. What do you think, John?
Well, I like Bo going up against San Diego. He's getting more looks from Castle every week. And as far as Aaron goes with the Keg Killers, I don't know what's going on with that team because he's got a good top of the list there. But, he's got third most points scored against him this year, too, with 1170. So,
right.
That doesn't help. But, yeah, you're right. You need to look at the waiver wire on the defensive end. I got San Saba taking this one.
All right, last game. Red Riders versus HBK, which I think is going to be a solid game. Brady versus the Bucks, I think is a no-brainer. Brady, again, I think is going to beast. It's going to be a difference in this one. I do like D'Angelo Williams, though, against Buffalo. Thomas Jones last week put up over 200 yards against the defense. But I think in all, Red Riders prevail and stay atop in NAFLA and in the North Division.
Yeah, well, it's the first of the North versus the first in the South, so it should be a good matchup. I'm kind of looking at the same thing. I don't expect much from his receivers this week. Contry is still probable, might not play at all. And Macklin has yet to duplicate his one big week. So as much as Cordes has been kind of just doing enough for me, I think I should be able to take this one. As much as I hate to talk shit, but this is a pick'em show, so I'm taking myself in this one. And one other thing, if you're taking bets for the end of this, I want to say I think Rex Wright's going to have a heart attack on the sideline this week.
Yeah, he's definitely, Jets have seen, past couple games haven't really been doing too much, but there you go. Week 7 matchups. Going to take a quick commercial break. Kind of, not really, just going to do another video running out of time. And like to thank Red Riders, and we'll be back with Beasters and Sleepers. You're watching TDN Live.
Here we go